Did you know that you can make vision boards on Instagram and that stuff really comes to life? If you know me by now, you already know that one of the things I'm most passionate about besides storytelling is the growth of creatives, especially freelance creative, because I have been one for the last 10 years and it's blessed me so much. It has enriched my life, and there's certain challenges I met along the way, and I always want to make sure that I provide answers for those challenges for anyone else who walk in this path. So today's video, I'm going to title it Leveraging Instagram Updates to Build a Portfolio for Yourself. Hi good people, excited to see you again in another fun, interesting episode on building your brand as a freelance creative. However, today's video is about me sharing a few gems that I've landed on via Instagram. And of course, I'm a collector of good stuff for creatives, stuff that makes sense for creatives, and I milk everything I find out there to make sure that it's adding to building successful brands as freelance creatives. So I'm going to begin with the repost button. It's been around for some time. It's not exactly very new. It's been around since last year. I'm sure you've already used it, you've seen it, you're familiar with it, like you can see on the screen. That is a repost button. However, how best can you maximize it as someone who's building your brand as a freelance creative? How do you maximize it to build your portfolio? Number one, I wrote some notes here. Say I take time to think about you and think about the things that will work for us. Okay. Anyways, so the repost button can work for you this way. You can use it to share all the work that is shared by your clients. Sometimes you have the opportunity for your clients to tag you, give you photo credit, or mention that they worked with you or that they got the cake from you, all these things. But sometimes they won't mention, they'll not credit the fact that you're the one that they worked with on the project, whatever project it is, even if it's in engineering or whatever. As long as you're creating and you're freelance, the repost button will work for you. Make sure you follow all your clients, so every time they post any work that you have done for them and you're proud of it, you repost it. So let's first pause here. If you've been using your repost button the wrong way, okay, you can go and check after this video has ended it. But I want you to have a quick look. Get your phone and have a quick look. Go to your Instagram. When you go to Instagram, you have a part that has the part for your pictures, for your videos, like the reels, and then for the reposts. When you look through your reposts, make sure that your professional page is a one-stop center for people hiring you. So that means that all your reposts should be intentional. When someone goes there, if they go to the reels page, if they go to the timeline page, your profile page, if they go to the repost section, all the reposts are directing towards your bank account and your CV. You've understood, not so? You can also use the repost button to repost topics that are relevant to your niche. Topics that create a social proof for you, like they create the kind of digital footprint that shows that this person is an expert in this field. So if you're into engineering, if you're into aerospace like my friend here, it means that all your reposts are going to be about aircrafts and all these things. Not all the time, but find topics that sort of advantage you as an expert in whatever brand you're trying to build visually, online, especially Instagram. And then the final thing that you can repost is, we finally have a chance to bring back our shots that were so good, our projects that were too good, things that you worked on, let's say in 2020, and it was a really good project and you're so proud of it and you wish more people would see it now, because back then in 2020 maybe you had 1,000 followers and now you have 50,000, you have 100,000. You can use the repost button to refresh people's memories, remind them of how much of a star you are. Bring back all your dope shots every once in a week. Scare people a bit with your best work by reposting it. Also, when you repost it, it goes on the topmost shelf in your repost page display. So that means that you might have a very good piece of work that was done 5 years ago. When you repost it, you bring it up. So that means that especially this would work for you very well. Like for example, you're in conversation with a client who is trying to get you to do really nice portraits. And you know that there's a time you nailed really good portraits for a company and you posted the work, let's say a year ago. This is the time to go and repost it. When the client comes on your page, immediately they see it. Have you seen how that is working for you? Yeah. And then number two, we're going to talk about carousels and how to use them on Instagram. Carousels is where Instagram allows you to post now 20 pictures. We came from 10, now we're at 20. You can post up to 20 images in one post on Instagram. I'm sure you've already used that before. You've already worked with it, but now how to work with it as a freelance creative who's trying to build your portfolio in a creative way. For example, I am a documentary photographer. It means that I can use carousels on Instagram to post like a whole body of work. So that means that I could have done a whole story the way it will be published in newspaper. Carousels gives me a chance to post it as a whole story. So whether it is the BTS of how you're baking cake, of a building project that you've been part of this sculpting thing that you've done and produced some serious sculpture somewhere, whatever your process is, whether you're building websites or whatever, carousels give you a chance to post about your work in terms of themes, in terms of stories, like in a chronological way that brings people and makes them part of the process. Okay, so you're going to stop using them for only weekend dumps, and now try to also do a professional dump for some of your work. Anyways, moving on, the best and most recent update on both carousels and why we're discussing them today is, did you know that you can now rearrange them? So in case you just did a dump some time back and now you're realizing, this is new information, how do I survive and go back and make a story? Good news. Go to the post that you made, click all those 3 dots you click on, go to edit, and when you get there, you can actually switch around and arrange your things in a chronological order. Shortly before this, if you posted a carousel, the way you posted it, that was a done deal. That's the way the world will receive you forever. Now you have a chance to go back and even edit the old ones that you had. You have a chance to go back and edit the old ones that you had posted without giving it a lot of thought. And finally is, did you know that you can make vision boards on Instagram and that stuff really comes to life? Yes, you can use the save feature on your Instagram to actually create a vision board for yourself. Instagram has an option for you to create folders for all the things that you want to save. So for example, on my work page, my portfolio page at Watsemba Miriam on Instagram, I have the following folders. I have a folder for opportunities that I want to apply to. I have a folder for work inspirations, things that I actually want to try out. I have a folder for studio setups because I have a studio business and I would want to have the best setups. So instead of just saving anything on Instagram randomly all over the place, you can actually create a very good, nice home for your visions, and then you'd have like a folder for everything. If you're into content creation, even that, you can also make it personal, have a folder for family, faith, social life, everything. You can create a very easy vision board that is easier to make, because for example, if you're making a vision board off Pinterest where you have to download the pictures and go put them somewhere and download a vision board app, Instagram sort of gets everything the vision board app does, the pictures website does, and puts it for you in one place. So think about it today. Make Instagram your sort of personal Google Scholar. Create your own Google Scholar version behind there. So for example, once in a while when I start my day and I know today is a day for applying for opportunities, I just go to my Instagram, open my saved posts and go to my opportunities folder, comb through all of them. If I'm in the field and I want to try out something, I'm working on a passion project, I just go to my folder of work inspirations and see photographers that I really liked and what they did, and then I try out what they did. On the go, wedding photographer, this is a very big steal. And if you do like this video and you also do not have professional shots like mine for your LinkedIn, for your Instagram, for your website, call these guys here. These guys in the borders, call those guys, MPIC Studios. And see you in the next video. Until then, bye.